Why did you partner and start this research?
Well, from the Amadeus side, one of the pillars of our environmental strategy is based on the acknowledgement that we need to work together with industry partners to be able to achieve ambitious sustainability targets, especially related to climate change. The spirit of our cooperation with Griffith is based on the contribution that each party makes on the unique areas of expertise that we both contribute with. And in this respect, we are very proud to be working with one of the leading institutions in tourism education in the world.
I see. And tell me, which specific aspects are you touching regarding carbon emissions?
Well, we decided to tackle the big challenge, and for travel and tourism, that is climate change. And last year in Paris, the world agreed that we need to undertake drastic action on greenhouse gas emissions, and the travel and tourism sector wants to be part of it and needs to be part of it. And one first step is to measure emissions and report them. And as we all know, once we, just like in financial terms, when you start writing down what you spend, you become more conscious, and there's enough scientific evidence to see that as soon as you record, emissions will go down. So we are pulling together all the information on how the travel and tourism industry is reporting their emissions in the moment and what the next steps can be.
I see. And can you tell us which are the conclusions of this research?
Well, the key conclusions so far is that there's definitely demand from tourism companies to understand the emissions and report them. There's also actually increasingly pressure by governments to make reporting mandatory. But in the moment, the efforts are quite fragmented. There's a number of tools out there, but they are disjoint, and so the next step is really to have a more coherent approach, undertake reporting in travel and tourism that can be compared, that can be pulled together for collective effort.
I see. And the last thing is that this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship between the Griffith University and Amadeus, the first collaboration, but are there more joint efforts planned ahead?
Well, I think this is, as you say, a good start. And we are confident that this will open a lot of opportunities, because the field that we are touching upon is immense, I believe. And the challenge, particularly against climate change, will most probably, we can anticipate that will open most probably different routes. We have the feeling somehow that there is increasing level of awareness and about the issue of climate change in the industry. But probably, and one of the assumptions that we are departing from the hypothesis is that there is not so much clarity on how each actor in the industry is going to act on the targets that are required to mitigate climate change. So the cooperation intends to bring some light into these questions. And again, hopefully, from the outcome of our first findings, we can definitely find new areas and probably broader areas of cooperation.
So from our perspective, of course, Amadeus is a global leader and also has a unique data set on global travel, which really helps us to understand the current patterns of where people go, how much carbon is emitted, and maybe some of the solutions that we can find. And one of the next steps is to analyze those data more specifically, but also reach out to other partners and start a dialogue with other key organizations.